John Hancock here with Evercade's latest. This is a C64 Collection 3. This is available on Amazon. The affiliate link will be below. These are $20 cartridges for the Evercade Versus and handhelds, and you choose the hardware. I have a complete playlist on my channel that covers all things Evercade. These $20 cartridges come with a full color manual. This is a C64 collection, 13 classic Commodore 64 games, and they are of the following. I'm going to show a little bit of gameplay of all 13 games included on this collection. There's a nice variety. Let's go! You have stuff like Anarchy, which I didn't have a lot of experience playing, and this is kind of a cross between like combat and a puzzle game, and I like it. So this is one I definitely would come back and playing. And what I notice on a lot of Evercade cartridges, there's going to be a wide variety of games, especially with a collection of 13 games. And some you're going to like and go back and revisit, and others may not be your cup of tea. This one definitely is unique, and I'm definitely coming back and playing this one more, as it's one of the better games on this collection. But the big one probably for many is Boulder Dash, and it's on here and plays great. Nice to see that. I know there's many people that cut their teeth and played this game growing up, and such a timeless classic. You know, this is a type of game on a collection like the C64 collection I think that people want. They want these timeless classics that everybody remembers to play. And you know what? It was awesome that Blaze Entertainment secured the rights for this. All these games are licensed, and so they have approval from the development team, programmer, company that owns the rights. So this is Breakdance, and this is definitely an 80s themed game. I don't know if this is my favorite. Would I come back and play this? Probably not, but the good news is there's many other games on this collection, wide variety. Remember playing Cyberdyne Warrior? This is a popular title, and nice to see it on here. It's well done. It's a nice little kind of puzzle platformer. I really enjoyed this one. Played well too. Some of the Commodore 64 games require a virtual keyboard, which is easy to access. But I like this one. I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but I know a lot of people talk fondly of this one, and this is going to be a popular one. Pretty challenging game, like many computer platformers. And there's Cybernoid 2: The Revenge, another timeless classic that many people have fond memories of. Kind of a fun little exploratory shooter, and well done. Nice music, nice graphics. You know what? I would have totally appreciated this one back in the day. I discovered and found this one in my early adulthood, and so yeah, pretty awesome. But there's a wide variety of different games. Deliverance, Stormlord 2, pretty challenging platformer. You know what, this one, you have to remember the double jump, which I didn't. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I remember playing Stormlord on the Genesis, so it's nice to see this one here. And looks great for a Commodore 64 game for sure. There was thousands of games offered on the Commodore 64 back in the day. Exelon is one I didn't play or have any experience with. You may enjoy and appreciate this, having some fond memories. It's a pretty challenging game. I don't know if this was definitely a game that I would go back and revisit, as I played a lot of platformers on consoles, and I found with a lot of these computer platformers pretty challenging. And so there were some other titles on this collection that were something I gravitated to more. Then you had Heavy Metal Paradroid. This is a pretty fun little strategy action game. Lots to it. You go around activating doors and controlling things and taking out enemies. I like this one. But you know what game I totally love is Jumpman Jr. This is, to me, one of the better games on this collection. And you're going to have your preferences, and you're going to have your games that you're going to gravitate to that are different than mine. But Jumpman Jr. is just a great snapshot of the games that were available in the 80s. And this was on different platforms, even the ColecoVision. But I like the Commodore 64 version. It's well done, and it's a nice, welcome addition here on this collection. And this collection, total collection, 13 games for $20. That's an awesome deal. Then you had games like Netherworld. Well done. Nice little power-ups and kind of a collectathon where you're collecting diamonds to get to the next stage. I like this. This was fun and something, I haven't experienced back in the day. So you're going to find games either you remember or brand new games that you don't have a lot of experience with. That's what's crazy about the large, huge, amazing library of the Commodore 64. You had Street Sports Soccer, which is fondly remembered by some. This game, for me, I think for a Commodore 64 sports title is okay, but it's not one I'm going to go back and play. But I know some people have fond memories of this and are going to be happy that it's offered on here. For me, I'm probably going to play some different games. Then you have big titles such as Summer Games 2, and this is going to be a favorite for many. What is your favorite course? What is your favorite event? Definitely in the comments below, let me know. I like to do practice, and by the way, if you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. I'm a big fan of Javelin, so it's nice you can go and practice events before you go into the main thing. And then you have Super Cycle, which is a nice racing game included with this collection. This collection is well-rounded. And for the Commodore collections, everybody's going to have your favorite. Have you played the previous collections? But for the Evercade, this is one of the better collections in my opinion, as I think it has a nice variety of games and gets a thumbs up from me. The other multi-card available now is the Indie Heroes 3, and this has a wide variety of awesome aftermarket games made for a variety of different platforms. And I love this type of collection. If I was to retro collect starting now, I would get an Evercade and some multi-cards. And each game collection comes with a full color manual and a multi-cart in a nice collector case for 20 bucks. That is very affordable, and the manual goes over information about the developer and publisher and gives a kind of a control overview. There is an update available. I'm playing on the Versus, by the way, and so you want to patch this game before you play it as it fixes some issues. And so anyways, wanted to show the collection here. 13 games, pretty awesome, and here we go. Like the C64 collection I just showed, this has a nice variety of different types of games, and I really like the variety and selection that Blaze Entertainment did for this collection. You have Alien Cat 2, a fun little puzzler, and I really enjoyed this one. I covered this in a previous video, and you know what? It's a perfect way to check out homebrew games at an affordable price, because you have a collection of like 13 different titles. And then you had Big to Small here, another title that I covered on a video short from the Retro Room that offers this even on the N64, which is what I showed. And so a fun little Game Boy Color puzzler. And you know what? If you're into those puzzle types of games, you're going to be right at home. Then he had cool stuff like Bone Marrow, which I had no experience playing, from PSCD Games. And you know what? This one was more my jam, and loved kind of this kind of unique take on a puzzle game, puzzle strategy. I don't know how you'd identify this, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You combine items, and it's kind of part, I don't know, like a match 3, but not really. And then you have like action sequences where then you can fight enemies. And I really like this one. This is definitely one I'm going to go back and play more. Enjoyed this one quite a bit. They have cutesy platformers like Bubble Seahorse Adventures, which kind of combines like aspects of like Bubble Bobble into like a platformer, and it's really colorful too. I really enjoyed this one. Another one I would go back and revisit probably. Just well done. And I like that the variety of games on a collection, because you feel, I think people feel satisfied when they get a wide variety. And then you have Choo Choo Mimic here from my good friend John Riggs with Low Tech Games. Kind of a cool game where you kind of control a knight and you give it commands to go around. And it's part puzzle, part strategy. There's 100 stages and well done graphics and music. This is a really thinker here, and I really enjoy and kind of gravitate to more of these types of games. Did not figure it out correctly, but I know that once I play it more, and definitely one I want to go back. Another one I really enjoyed was Monster Brawl, and this is a fun multiplayer game, especially if you're playing on the versus, up to 4 people, duking it out, more or less collecting fruit and seeing who gets the highest score. Lots here to enjoy, and you know what, just a fun little game, and really enjoy this one as well. Definitely could be a fun multiplayer game to play at parties. But I have to say, one of the best games on this collection is Donut Dodo. This reminds me of a classic arcade game that would come out in the early 80s in that Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers era. And it's so well done. I'm super excited that this is offered on here. Super challenging, but oh my goodness, there's so much to enjoy about this game. And if you haven't checked it out, this is a great way to, and it's a perfect fit on the Evercade. Maybe you're more of a platformer and you have Doodle World Redrawn. Just a fun and cute and family-friendly platformer to play. And you know what? There's even a kid mode. I love seeing that in games. And there's just something on here for everybody. And so there's also stuff such as you have Magic and Legend Time Nights, where you choose one of 2 different characters and swap back and forth. Just a well done, I do believe, Game Boy Color platformer with, you know, bonus stages and options there. Man, this is just so well done. I just love seeing games such as this, wide variety. Then you have Ore Body, Binder's Tale, and another kind of cool platform, a little bit of Mega Man, a little bit of you know, Contra maybe. But yeah, it's pretty sweet to see these aftermarket games still being developed for classic platforms and then offered here for people that want to legally purchase and play these games. Then you have classics such as Skate Cat, which is a fantastic little platformer as well. Really like seeing these projects being completed and offered here on Evercade. As I know, there's a lot of people, that's how they want to play games. They want to play it on a classic platformer. They don't want to spend a lot, and they wait for a compilation. You know, 20 bucks for 13 games. Can't beat that. Then to mix it up, you have more of kind of a puzzle slash, you know, maybe RPG, The Little Tales of Alexandria. And you know what? This is kind of a welcome addition, and it mixes things up a little bit on this collection of games. And so nice to see this. This was done in GB Studio, I do believe, and just a pretty cool little game. Then you had Thunderpaw, and this was a Genesis game from PSCD Games. Really awesome to see this, as this is more my jam, and a welcome conclusion to the 13 games on this collection. So what do you think? In the comments below, let me know. What are you most interested in playing? Are you going to pick this up? Are you a fan of the Evercade? Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out my playlist of my other Evercade videos, as I have done many. And if you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the immortal John Hancock, and you take care.